let's be real, lip blush is one of the most stunning PMU procedures, but it's also one of the easiest to mess up if you don't know what you're doing. If you ever struggled with patchy result, poor pigment retention, cold source outbreaks, or pigment kept disappearing, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through the most top deadly mistakes in lip blush and how you can avoid them to have the best healing. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Terry. I help artists to skyrocket their skills with the Now It's My Time program and get them fully booked with my marketing program, which is the sponsor of today's video. So let's dive in. The first mistake is actually using the wrong needle for the skin type. So this is the biggest mistake that artists make. They're using the wrong needle configuration for their client, thinking that the bigger configuration needle is faster. But actually not every lip can handle 3RL, not every lip can handle 5 or Magnum or larger configuration needles, because here's why. The bigger needle configuration creates more surface tension with the skin. So you need to actually apply more pressure to implement the pigment into the skin. And not all the lip skin can take that pressure, especially if the skin is thin, dry, or sensitive. So here's what you need to do instead. If your client's lips are normal, not too sensitive, and the skin feels tight, you can absolutely use a larger needle like 3RL, 3RS, Magnums, and etc. But if your client's lips are thin, soft, and client is prone to actually sensitivity, I would suggest to use 1RL and decrease your machine speed. So always match your needle to the skin that you are working with. Now, mistake number 2, it's actually mapping after applying the numbing cream. I know it's very tempting to numb first, but here is the problem. When you apply numbing cream before doing your lip mapping or outline, the lips will swell and you lose the natural shape, and then your whole design will be off. So my tip is map first, do your outline lip tattoo first, and only then apply the numbing cream and continue. And our next mistake, mistake number 3, is working too deep or too fast. I'm going to scream on my students for this one. Just joking, I love them. So lip skin is not like the brow skin. It's thinner, it's softer, it's sensitive. If you're too aggressive with your depth or your hand speed is too fast, faster than your machine speed, you'll cause huge scratches that will cause bleeding, poor healing, or even scar tissue. So you have to stay gentle, have to have very gentle pressure, and build your color slowly, layer after layer, not with the pressure. Now, mistake number 4 is ignoring lip preparation, exfoliation, and hydration. If your client comes to you with a dry, cracked lips, the pigment won't hold, and the whole session will be a lot harder. So you have to ask your client to prepare at least 3-5 days before. The client has to exfoliate the lips gently, apply lip balm daily, drink a lot of water. And if they didn't get this preparation done, you can still gently exfoliate with the lip scrub and the mask, lip balm mask during the appointment. Just be careful, don't overdo, but it's always better that the client do that themselves. Now, next mistake is not asking about cold sore history. This is one of the biggest one and often very overlooked. If your client has ever had a cold sore even once, you need to know before you tattoo her lips. Why? Because the lip blush is trauma to the skin. If the client has the herpes, which is very common, the procedure will trigger an outbreak, and it can be very severe, which will lead to absolute color loss and patchiness of your client's lips. And now I want to review one of my student videos, how she did the lip blush, so we can see if we can catch any mistakes and you can learn from them. That is something, by the way, we do at Now It's My Time program. All right, so first she had put a cotton pad. Okay, so first what I would say, something maybe you already noticed, she does have very wide movement. So actually it should be really small. So it should be literally this tiny area done 3 times before just moving tiny bit forward. Now what she did, she moved over here a lot and then she moved forward, did a lot of passes here and there in front. So for the lip blush, it would be too light. So instead of having this range of motion, just have this tiny one instead, and then move just 20% further. Let me draw this out. So this is your actual range of motion that should be done. And then from here, your next one should start from here till here. So this is just the 20% new and overlapping of 80% of the previous one. That's the right way to go. Now, let's see what she did instead. Okay, over here, I like the stretch. So the stretch is good. The position of the hand is nice. So I like it again. It's way better than it was at the beginning. So over here, the stretch could be a little bit better. So this actually would be the nice range of your lip blush, and you would just want to keep that and move tiny bit forward each and every time. So overall, I think the hand position is nice, the hold is nice too, just decreasing the range of motion and it would be amazing. Now, by the way, here the student didn't do the lip outline. So actually you don't always have to do lip outline if you can just follow the lip color, and if the client do not need the lip shape, you can just follow client's lips and fill in the color. Also, I suggest if you find your gloves being extra dirty from the pigment, you can use a cotton to stretch the lips. Also, cotton helps to stretch the lips better and keep your gloves cleaner and your work cleaner. Okay, now the range of motion has been decreased, so just pay attention how short and small this is now. So now this is the right one, even you probably can't really see it. Now this is what I called patience, and this is how you should do lip blush. Piece by piece, little by little. So overall, it's not bad. There's just missing the consistency of filling up the color. And by the end, on the lower lip, it was better. So hope you found it useful and you kind of catch the mistakes when the student moved too fast or too wide. The lip shading was more into all the places rather than tiny area and staying consistent when you fill in the tiny area. So hope it was good tip. So in the summary of this video, what you need to do is first, as you remember, choose the needle based on your client's lips. Always do your outline before the numbing cream, or if you're not going to do mapping and outline, then you can just map the lips and start filling your lip blush inside, which is absolutely possible. Then remember to match machine speed to your hand speed. Don't be too harsh. Always remember to make sure that the client prep and hydrate her lips well. Ask the client about cold sores. Make sure client take medication. And remember not to rush with your technique. Don't jump too forward or too much. Stay consistent within one area, because otherwise you will have no healing as the result. So lip blush, such a beautiful and powerful procedure, but only when it's done right. And one mistake and everything can go extremely wrong. So if you want to learn lip blush the right way, not just through the videos, but with real support, real feedback, and step-by-step coaching, that's exactly what we do in Now It's My Time program. You will have full lip blush training. You will have live Zoom calls, live practice. You will have my feedback. You will have my trainers one-on-one Zoom calls with you, and just so much more. So if you're ready, click the link below, start your trial, or even book a call to ask your questions and see how I can help you. And as always, if this video helped you, hit the subscribe button, because next week I'm going to have another amazing tutorial.